Namaste. I'm R.R.Shakt and this is my altar. This video is an opportunity to share with you how I've constructed my altar in hopes to inspire you to create a sacred space of your own so that together we can have this beautiful place to offer ritual and to explore our practice. Now, my altar changes throughout the seasons, but there are a few things that remain foundational to my altar all throughout the year, and those are symbols of the 5 elements. And so you see here I have on this side of the altar is all symbols of earth and water. And then on this side, the right side of the altar, is all of symbols of space and air. And then right in the very center, in the center of this circle, you can see is my little vessel for the fire. So this is where I'll be lighting the fire. One of the things that changes seasonally is the images of the deities. So this particular image is of Gayatri. This is the mantra in her anthropomorphic form. And so when we invoke the Gayatri, Om Bhur-Bhuvah Svaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. We are honoring the goddess's wisdom. We're actually invoking the wisdom of the goddess in our lives, which unfolds to be the awakening to the awareness that we are all aspects of a universal reality. And so we're invoking the dawning of the light of that awareness. And this is the beautiful image of the goddess in all of her forms, as that realization that all form, every single thing that is a expression of universal source. So on the left side, I have an image of my teacher, Sri Devi Bringi, and this changes throughout the season as well. I basically choose a teacher or friend who exemplifies the energy of the archetype here. And this is a person who witnesses that energy, that archetype in my life. And so I'm honoring them. And Sri Devi is someone who definitely exemplifies the wisdom of the goddess. And she reminds me always that the Guru is within, and that the source of love is everywhere. There's nowhere that we can go or be where love is not, where source is not. The things that will stay throughout the year are all of the symbols of the elements. So I have all 5 elements represented in my altar, and we'll honor each element all year long. So we begin with earth, and the sense that goes along with the earth element is the sense of smell. So I begin by burning the sage. There we go. So the sage or juniper is clearing. So we're clearing the space, and we allow the smell, the earthy smell, to permeate the altar and ourselves. So I'll start with my lunar core, circle around the solar core, vital core of my heart, my throat, my third eye and my crown, down through my back, all around the altar. And I just put that right in this little cup of earth and stone, just to protect, keep it safe, and it can continue to burn there. And then I have I have a few stones here, which I actually have collected, and my daughter Marley picked out. I collect stones and gather from not only from outside, but also from little rock shops, because my daughter loves rocks. So these are all each have their own individual unique properties, which we'll go over some through the course of this 11 moons time. But they also are just a beautiful reminder of all of the diversity of the earth and all of the different ways that Universal Source has manifested in these unique expression of beauty. And then we have a Ganesha. So we always honor Ganesha first. Ganesha is the archetype of removing obstacles. So we want to begin by removing any obstacles in our heart mind towards transformation, because this time of ritual, really all ritual is an opportunity for transformation. So we're transforming our awareness and becoming aware of just keying in mindfully to our own wholeness and to the wholeness and connection that we have with the planet and with each other and infinite source. And so I'll give a little bit of gift to Sri Devi. And this is a little house. It was a gift from my sweet friend Ari. She made it. And inside is a heart, rose quartz heart, and a Buddha. This house is a symbol of my family, my husband, my daughter, and what I am invoking for our home is unconditional love and also the wisdom that leads to deep compassion. And I found that in the image of the Buddha. And then we take our water. And so our water element is just a spritz. A little for the tongue. This is a taste sensation. And the essential oils in there actually help to open up the space energetically and to create a feeling of flow. So our water element, while the earth element is grounding, our water element is helping to soften. So it's the water that creates ease and movement, starting to feel fluid, pulling us out of earth and opening us to the potentiality for something new. And so we have our water spritz of awakening, and then it's time to light our fire. And we spend some time just being really connected and honoring the fire, which is a symbol of awakening. This is an ancient symbol to recognize the transformation that can occur from cooking, from light, the dawning and awakening of the light of awareness. And then we move into the space and air realm. And air, the sensation of air is actually touch. So we had smell, we have taste for water, we have sight for fire, and then we have the sensation of touch for the air. And so I have a little bit of Lissy's Om Balm from Breathe Deep Naturals, and I change that out throughout the course of the seasons. But I actually would take a little bit of this balm and just touch. So this is an opportunity to become embodied. And I allow myself to be sensual, to feel myself as a human in all of the beauty of the senses, the full experience of what it means to be alive on the planet. Connected with all living things, connected with all beings, and one with infinite source. And now we honor the archetypal energy of the goddess as Gayatri. And this is a little image of Shiva, Nataraja. Shiva as Nataraja really exemplifies the power of creation in movement, the creative power of movement, as his dance is the source of all things. And of course, as he dances, it's Shakti, it's the goddess, the power. Shakti means power, and it's that power that causes all things to come into form, to manifest. So when we're looking at this Shiva Nataraja, we're not just looking at masculine divinity, we're looking at the actual sacred marriage, the merging of the masculine and feminine in their creative potential and their creative power as the source of all. Then we move into the air, space, and the sense of space is sound. So we can hear in space. So you think about, you need space to hear, can't hear in a vacuum. You need air to feel, you need fire to see, you need water to taste, can't taste until we get to water, and then you need earth to smell. So all of these senses correlate, and we go from the most dense to the most subtle experiences of our sensations. So our very last sense is our sense of sound, of hearing. And so I like to begin my ritual with a singing bowl. So when I'm finished with my ritual and my meditation time, we essentially move back from the most subtle element of space back through to earth. So I'll use a bell to mark or indicate the end of my meditation, or I can use a tingsha. Following the vibration all the way to its end. And a little sound meditation. And then I will just remember my body. So come back into my body, rubbing in the balm, perhaps, touching my legs, massaging, just coming back to my body. And then spritzing myself once again with water. I'll keep the fire burning for now. Before the water, I might put the fire out with this little thing. One thing Sri Devi taught me is not to ever snuff out a fire or blow out a fire with your breath, but instead to either use your fingers to put it out or cover it to put out the flame. But we'll leave the fire burning for now. Perhaps I'll do a little meditation after we say goodbye for now. So have fun creating your own space and enjoy. Allow it to be a real ritual just in itself, putting your altar together and using things, using images and using iconography along with your 5 elements that really inspire you. And I'll be guiding you throughout the year to set up your altar in different ways to work with the seasons and with each of the 11 moons. Thank you so much for being on this journey with me. I am very, very excited and honored, and I'm sending you so much love. Namaste.